Hi, this is Paul, Golden Gate Enterprises. We're here at another failed tile deck, and we showed you another video of another deck on this house, and it's not that old. The waterproofing system has failed, didn't have proper drainage, had leaks in multiple places, and unfortunately, when the tile deck systems actually fail, you have to take it all up and redo it. And in this case, what we're going to do is we are going to get rid of a very, very bad design that's typically, care of the architects that love to kind of build swimming pools over houses and then drain them from the top, and they generally create a lot of problems because they're not done properly. So what we're going to do here is we're going to remove the curb, and we're going to drain this whole thing to the front edge of the deck system here. So keep an eye on this here, and we'll show you what has happened as a result. I'm going to carefully get down here, so bear with me as the camera moves around as I'm holding on to the ladder. You can see all of the framing that's here. This framing is a temporary support wall. Let me get out of the way here. That had to be put up because this whole thing was in danger of collapsing. You can see the dry rot in the corner here from all the water damage. The post was completely rotted out when they did the original post. Unfortunately, what they did is they chipped a big hole into the concrete, and the post actually shot down about 6 inches, and as water got in there, all it did is rot the bottom of the post. There was a stucco foam column. You can see the remains of it here, and they encased the post in the foam column. And the problem with that is it was a Doug fir piece of wood, number one. Number two, it had no place to drain. It had no place to breathe. And the detail they had the, see if I can show this to you, the round top of the column was wider and projecting out from the house, and basically it provided an entry point for water to go down into the column. It was just a really, really poor detail and design, and whoever originally did this was not thinking too clearly. Anyway, that post was completely rotted out. The post over here, which is a major structural connection for this whole corner of the house, was completely rotted out. We have taken down 2 big support walls we had to put up to support this corner of the house in order to prevent more structural damage. And we've replaced that post with a piece of pressure-treated column. And also, you'll notice here, we have put standoffs on here. So the bottom of the post will now be off the ground the way it's supposed to in the first place. And we used a piece of pressure-treated material, so this will last a very, very long time. You can also see what happened with the original post. The capillary action of the wicking up of the post rotted out all sorts of other additional framing, so we're going to have to open up this stucco and replace a lot of this area here in order to put all this back together again. So anyway, this is Paul, Golden Gate Enterprises, with another dry rot structural repair job, waterproof decks. And if you come over here, by the way, let's see if I can show you this. This was the start of this project. This deck up here was a leaking deck over living space. I won't go in and disturb the folks inside, but the whole downstairs is all zipper walled off. The ceilings were opened up. The water damage was pretty extensive over the years. A lot of dry rot repairs, so we had to pull up the entire subfloor structure. It was tile like the other one, and it had failed. And now what we're doing is we got rid of those kind of columns. There were 2 of those. There was a curb, a drain in the middle, and it was just a total fiasco. So now what we're doing is we're going to drain it all to the front and gutter it, and then the water will be off the deck. We had to reslope the entire deck, and let's see if I can get up there and give you a quick peek of what life looks like here. Okay, bear with me. Okay, and there's Joseph doing his magic. This is the waterproof membrane that's going down. and this has to go up the sidewall 4 to 6 inches, and you can see the finished color of the membrane. Now, in this case, the owners have opted to go back with the waterproof membrane as the finished walking surface, and I would say this is a fairly common decision for lots of good reasons. People that have been through the life of a leaking tile deck and all of its attendant problems, headaches, stress, and costs generally do not want to go through this again. So I will make it very clear that your risk is dramatically reduced if you go to a deck that is drained to the front edge and your walking surface is the waterproof membrane and you don't have layers of stuff on top of it. When we took up the mortar here and the slate tile that was here, it was the middle of the summer and there was still tons of water living underneath the slate. That's because the mortar gets saturated, has no place to drain or dry out, and it just sits there waiting for an opportunity to leak. So we had to re-subfloor all this, finish off the floor, and now we're putting on the membrane, and I'll stick my camera in there so you can see it. This is the cork macchiato color, which is a pretty popular color, goes actually with quite a few houses, good earth tones. And what we're going to go back with here is we're going to go back with our powder coated aluminum railings with 1/4-inch tempered glass. So pretty much make this deck a maintenance free environment when we're done here. So anyway, that's a good look at what's going on. That's Paul, Golden Gate Enterprises, and there's Joseph doing his thing there, and we'll keep you posted as we go through this. But you can see these types of decks cause extensive problems. We're up here in the Oakland Hills looking over the bay. We do quite a lot of work all around the Bay Area, but quite a bit up in the Oakland Hills here. There's so many of these houses that have decks over living space and water and dry rot and structural problems. So this is all the stuff we do. So give us a call. This is Paul, Golden Gate Enterprises. That's our company. You can find us at bayareacontractor.com, and we do dry rot, structural repairs, stucco, waterproof deck experts, handle plans, permits, and engineering. So give us a call. Thanks very much. Look for our trucks around the Bay Area, and we can help you out if you're looking for a quality contractor. Thank you.